former governor of Imo State, who was ousted by the courts, talking about Right now Honorable Emeka, who recently made some comments regarding Peter Obi and his ambition, as well as those supporting him. His comments did not go down well with the people of the Southeast. And I tell you, Emeka, ever since he made that comment, had received a whole lot of bashing, a whole lot of lashing from the people of the Southeast. Of course, Emeka enjoys some form of sympathy following the way he was removed from office. And now that he has come out to make a statement that tends to go against the yearnings and the general view of the people from the Southeast, it appears he's fast losing that sympathy. And today, with me to discuss this issue is Comrade Igboyaka, who is the national president of Ohaneze Indigbo Youth Council. What is your position on what Emeka Ihedioha has done so far? Recently, we saw him go to one of the national TV stations where he actually apologized for what he felt he must have done wrong. Are you still not comfortable with that?
I think the truth about the whole thing is that Emeka Ihedioha doesn't have any iota of respect to Ndigbo. Emeka Ihedioha is not a pen Igbo son. Emeka Ihedioha, his personality doesn't represent the interests of Ndigbo. And he doesn't in any way, have Ndigbo at heart in issue of politics and governance. It is about him. It is about his personal and selfish survival. I think I challenge any person or the group or his loyalists or even him to come and tell us in any of the national newspaper during the time people we are talking about granting interviews stating categorically that by level of equity justice that it is the turn of Southeast. You can hear even Hope Uzodinma made a statement that is the turn of Southeast. Umahi made a statement. Payo Sanyim. So many Igbo people, Igbo political elites, they took a position before right from last year. They started granting interview, newspaper and other area, but somebody that says that he's a loyalist to Ihedioha or Ihedioha himself should come and prove me wrong if he granted any interview, local or international, advocating for Southeast presidency. There is no clip, there is no video, there is no newspaper, you can find it.
Sorry to cut you short, Comrade Igboyaka. Are you saying Emeka is wrong to have decided to pursue his own political ambition the way he feels he should? I think it is right.
I said that it is his right. That is why I say that the Emeka is selfish. Emeka doesn't care about the collective interests of Ndigbo. It is all about Emeka. If it is not Emeka, it cannot be anybody. You can see what is happening in PDP. Emeka is such a character that all his House of Rep election was rigged. He rigged the primary election, he rigged the general election. You can see what happened in 2019.
I take exception to that, Honorable Igboyaka. That has not
No. I'm telling you that Emeka have never won free and fair election before.
All his elections.
Emeka Ihedioha have never won free and fair election before. We know all these things. Emeka Ihedioha cannot win free and fair election. He's the master rigger. That is the simple truth. He don't believe in the people. Somebody that doesn't believe in his people, how do you expect his people to give him votes?
Well, we are not even talking about rigging of election and not rigging of election. What we're actually talking about is the position of the Igbo people concerning the presidency. It appears we have it appears the people
our
somehow have
position
the
is
right man in the person of Peter Obi, and it is expected that every Igbo sons and daughter key into that particular project. Well, it is Emeka'S decision to key in or not to key in. But then I want to ask, is it that any person who does not support P2B is anti-Igbo? Is that what it means? And when we also know,
of course any person
that politics, when we know that politics is a game of interest, and your interest might not be my interest. What do you think about this?
any person that is not supporting Southeast presidential project that from Igbo extraction is an anti-Igbo, the person is a saboteur. Because if you look at the issue where we, the Igbos, are agitating for presidency, because of marginalization and the level of injustice. This is 57 years. No Igbo man, no person from Southeast has become the president of this country. And you can see even from Imo State here, Emeka is the person that launched Meba Degema, meaning injustice is not good. The same Emeka is also supporting the North against the Southeast. He that goes to equity must go with a clean hand. Oh, yes. Emeka's hand is not clean. He cannot be saying that it is a turn of O.Y.C to produce governor in Imo State. And the Igbo are saying it is a turn of Southeast to produce president. The same Emeka is working his anti-Southeast presidential project, and the same Emeka is a pro-O.Y.C governorship project. It is unacceptable. This is not the kind of person you can trust with leadership position. Somebody that is not stable, somebody that cannot say the truth, somebody that doesn't represent justice, fairness, and equity. And we have assured him the gift we are going to give Emeka is to make him politically irrelevant.
Are you saying that aside his style of politics, and politics, like I said earlier on, and like every other person knows, is a game of interest, and also
no. Politics of 2023, listen, politics of 2023 cannot be a game of interest. It will be a game of justice, fairness, and equity. It will be a game of competence and credibility. It will be a game. What do we do to unite Nigeria? What do we do to unite this country?
Are you saying the emergence of an Igbo man as the president of this country is also a move to unite Nigeria? Is that what you're telling me?
It's a very big step for the unity and political stability in this country. It is a very big step. It will be part of fulfilling the 3R go on launched reconciliation. It will be a symbol of reconciliation. It will heal wounds in this country. It will be a new beginning that will form a new Nigeria. It will be an act that will symbolize a new unity in this country. The Nigerian president of Southeast extraction is very, very sacrosanct. It is very, very sacrosanct.
So everybody must key in.
Are you getting me? I want to tell you that today, if you look at the level of agitation for separation, insecurity, and so many things that is going on in this country, Nigeria today is suffering from a political chronic pandemic. And the only antidote to this political chronic pandemic is Nigeria president of Southeast extraction. And if you check people that are contesting from Southeast, Obi has proven himself competent and credible. Obi is now a new unifier. Obi is now a new face of a new Nigeria. Obi is now that's a symbol that will unify Nigeria. That is what we are talking about. And somebody is trying to do otherwise. It is unacceptable to Igbo. It is also unacceptable to every reasonable Nigeria that want this country to succeed. We want Nigeria to move forward. But there are things that we need to do for Nigeria to move forward. And that is to look on the area of credibility and competency in leadership.
Okay,
and that is why we
Comrade Igboyaka, sorry to cut you short. You can hold your thoughts there. We might still come back to that. But then I want to put one of your words to you, where you outrightly said the only way Emeka can be forgiven is that he, forgo all his ambition and go to support P2B to become the president of the country.
Absolutely.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
That is the only basis to forgive Emeka.
I want to ask you. Don't you think he's going to be playing anti-party if he embarks on such journey?
It is better that you play anti-party to sustain the unity and peace of this country. It is better. It is better. Because we are talking about building a country. We are not talking about building a political party. Nigeria is in a fragile situation. Nigeria is like a ship hit by a tornado. We need a rescue mission. And we have found this rescue team from Obedient Movement. That is what we are talking about. We are telling us about anti-party. Anti-party to a country that is dying. We want to rescue this country. We don't want Nigeria is like a child suffering from kwashiorkor. We don't want this country to die. And we have offered a solution. And that solution is an act, a symbol that will unify Nigeria. That is what we are talking about. And you are talking about anti-party. Is PDP more important than the survival of Nigeria? Is APC more important than survival of Nigeria? We are discussing about Nigeria here. We are not discussing about party. And that is why we are saying that party interest should be secondary. Personal interest should be secondary.
I understand.
Our primary interest should be the unity of this country, what we need to do to bring all the regions together, what we need to do to bring all the ethnic nationalities together, what we need to do to bring a value in this country.
Yeah, I see how passionate you are.
Talking about.
I see how passionate you are about the country, Comrade Igboyaka, and same goes with me here. I understand very well the sad situation the country has found itself, but then we must also put some, facts are right, as it concerns electioneering processes. Well, for me, I have not seen anything wrong in what Emeka is doing as to pursuing his ambition.
Listen, you may not say that you have not found anything wrong, but I want to tell you that betrayal runs in the vein of Emeka. Something happened in 2002. Listen,
who with record has he betrayed before now?
Can you listen? Can you listen now? I'm coming. Can you listen?
Loud and clear, I'm listening to you.
In 2002, before the 2003 election, you know that something happened because of O.Y.C. We are also marginalized in terms of power sharing. Because of the deputy governor is coming from Okigwe, and the PDP chairman is also from Okigwe. So there was a meeting the O.Y.C. people did trying to agitate concerning this thing. It was the same Emeka in 2002 that left and leaked the information to Achiku Denwa in order to find favor from Achiku Denwa, betraying O.Y.C. people that are collectively agitating for equity within the power sharing in the state. Emeka betrayed the O.Y.C. in 2003. That was part of the reason Achiku Denwa was able to give him tickets in 2003 to go for House of Rep.
That is politics. So I call it politics.
It's as a result of his betrayal to O.Y.C.
I call it politics, not betrayal.
It's betrayal. You cannot call it politics. You cannot tell me that in your family you sat down with your children and your wife, and you people say, okay, look at our share that's supposed to come to our family, and we need to get this share. And your son left and went to the opposite camp and start telling them what you discuss in your home. Is it not a betrayal? Will you call it politics? I'm
Okay,
asking you, Ajibade.
Comrade Igboyaka, I understand you quite clear how you feel, and I also understand how the entire Igbo people feel when it comes to issue of saboteur and betrayal. Looking back, through what the region has, suffered in the time past, I understand how it feels. But then I also recall that when Emeka Ihedioha was, removed by Supreme Court judgment, you were part of those who also condemned that particular removal. How come you suddenly lost your sympathy for him?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I never discussed the issue of the Supreme Court judgment. Because
Okay.
if you look at the whole election in 2019, you can see there is a massive rigging in Imo State. So the person that rigged best is the governor. That is what happened. If you want to go and start checking the ballot papers, the vote from Abombise and Ahiazumbise, it will not correspond with the figure they brought to INEC. I challenge them. I challenge Emeka Ihedioha to go and bring the ballot papers, the people that cast their vote in Ahiazumbise, Abombise, and SDBise. Let us confirm the figures they brought to INEC with the ballot paper. It will not be the same thing. I challenge them to bring it.
Comrade Igboyaka, it appears you are not a fan. It appears you are not a fan of Emeka Ihedioha.
I'm not a fan of Emeka Ihedioha. I'm not a fan of any politician. I'm an Igbo fan. I support Ndi Igbo. Anything that will bring the general interest of Ndi Igbo. Emeka Ihedioha is crying and calling Hope Uzodinma Supreme Court governor. Kettle calling pot black. That is the thing. That is the situation. Yes. Yes, that is a situation.
Okay. All right. Before I let you go, Comrade Igboyaka, I quite understand that the Igbo race in general are not happy with what the former governor, talking about Emeka Ihedioha, has done. I understand that quite clear. And I think he also, saw the handwriting on the wall, and he quickly went to apologize on a national TV station. I felt that should have been enough, and the whole case would have died down by now. But it appears it is growing by the day, which goes to say.
Emeka Ihedioha is a very crafty man. Emeka Ihedioha is a cunning man. He did that thing just, he was there and also planning how, telling you that Atiku will win. Look at how Atiku will win. That means he's saying that Obi will fail. So what kind of apology is that? The only apology I have said is, the only apology will have said that let Emeka should go, forget about PDP or APC, forget about his personal interest. Emeka should pursue what the Southeast are pursuing. And the Southeast, our goal and our target is to ensure that Obi emerge as the next president of this country, to heal the wounds of this country. That is what Emeka should do. He cannot come to TV and start trying to deceive us with sweet talks and whatsoever. And so what? And when he's automatically deny his vote to Southeast, he's denying that his particular one vote to Southeast by campaigning to Atiku. Like I said, the interests of this country override the interests of any political party.
It appears
Nigerians need to be patriotic. We need people that are patriotic. We need people that will love Nigeria before their political party. We need people that will love Nigeria before their group. That is what we are talking about. Emeka is not patriotic. Emeka is talking about PDP, how he can support Atiku, and by 2027 or 2031, you'll be given a ticket to be president.
Does it work that way?
And we are not sure if we will be alive that time or not, because the kind of leadership we are seeing in this country is unacceptable. We are living in terror. We are living in fear. Insecurity everywhere. You can see that a lot of Nigerian medical doctors, they have flew out of this country. People are leaving. Go to immigration and see what is happening.
Yeah, we are aware.
We are
I'm
having
aware. I'm
news of
aware.
human
I'm aware
capital
of brain
flight.
drain
The
going on in the
Nigerians are
country.
leaving this country because of insecurity, and somebody is not looking in that direction. You are telling me about PDP and APC or your political party or your personal interests. Africans, they lack this mindset or this mentality of being patriotic. It is all about I. It is all about I, me, and my family. It is bad, and that is why we are not making a headway. People should learn how to be patriotic, love their country, love the people in your country. Think, what do we do to have peace? That should be the interest of Emeka Hedon if he is patriotic. He should be thinking, what do we do to rebuild Nigeria? What do we do to heal the fractured Nigeria?
And you
That
think
is
the
what we
man,
should be
you
talking
think the man
about.
he is supporting will not offer that? You think Atiku will not offer that?
How can Atiku offer that? What are you telling me? I tell you about I told you that 2023 election is all about three things. One, equity, justice, and fairness. Two, credibility and competence. Three, something that we unified Nigeria against all the agitators and all the people that are talking about they want to leave the country.
And
We want to build a new
Atiku does
country.
not fall in all
Atiku
that.
cannot do that. Atiku is from the north. Power cannot come back to the north. Why do we have a quota system in this country? Why do we have a federal character in this country? We have the quota system. Somebody from Imo State will score 230 to get admission in the federal secondary school, federal college, and somebody in Gombe will get 13, and they will get the same admission. It's because of this issue of federal character and quota system is a way of building up people's weakness in order to meet the strength of others. So quota system and the federal character is helping us to all Nigerians. People that are weak, you bring them up to have strength with others. Without federal character, you see that in the federal college, you will see all the, it will be made up of only the Southeast people. And even in the recruitment of police and army and the other days, if you don't put that quota system and federal character, you will see that Southeast will dominate and another people will dominate will be Southwest. These are the simple truths.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? So
Yeah,
if we can
right.
respect quota character, if you can respect this quota system and federal character, we should narrow it down in power sharing in Nigeria. That is why we have a 6 geopolitical zones. Power should rotate among the 6 geopolitical zones so that we can maintain equity, justice, and fairness in this country. This is what we are talking about, and this is what every reasonable Nigerian should key into.
It appears you are totally obedient, Comrade Igboyaka.
You don't need to be a rebel. Or Ajibedo, are you a rebel?
I'm a journalist.
You're a journalist, but you're not a
media
rebel.
practitioner.
You're a media practitioner and you're obedient to ethics of journalism. Are you not?
Sure, of course.
Sure, of course, you're obedient to that. And you're obedient to everything that is obedient.
Comrade Igboyaka, okay, quickly, let's dwell on another topic that is pertinent as it's concerned the Southeast. Some time ago, you came out and you called for a seaport in the Southeast. And recently, the state government said they are going to partner with the Navy to dredge the O.Y.C River that will lead into River State and as well go into the big sea. And, the pronouncement of these, everyone felt, wow, it's like the dream of the seaports in the Southeast is gradually coming to bear. But all of a sudden, we saw another view to it from the federal government, who claim they are not aware of anything of such going on in the Southeast. What is your take on this, Comrade Igboyaka?
That is part of those injustice we are talking about. Nigeria, we have 6 geopolitical zones. Within the Southeast, we have a potential seaport that are more better than what we have in Lagos. We need to liberalize so many things and allow this country to develop. All the sectors of this country need development.
In,
And I think
in the first
it
place,
is,
in the first place, if I may ask you, do you feel the step taken by the governor, do you feel is in the right direction?
of course. We have a potential seaport in Abia State, Obaku River and Azumiri. We have in Akwa Ibom, Ibaka. We have in Imo State here this Orash that connected the one from Anambra, where we have Osokwa River. Osokwa also connected to Uguta River, Osemoto. So they are connected. It needs to be addressed. So if the governor is very sincere about the project, it's a laudable project. It's very, very good. It will bring the economic development to the state within the south and southeast. These are the things we like. You can see even the one that is in One is moribund. The that of Warri is moribund. You can see it's very, very unfortunate. So we need such a project. It's very, very important. Unfortunately, I read in a newspaper where the government is saying they are just there and want to open the sea. It's not seaport. We still now, I don't really have a clear knowledge or clear information of what they want to do. But I want to tell the general public that if Hope is interested in that project, I think Hope will be the new hero of Ndigbo if he can do that project. We need a seaport in Southeast. It's very, very important.
All right. Thank you very much, Comrade Dubayaka, for your time. I think we'll let you go for now. Thank you for being.
Thank you. God bless you, everybody.
Bye
Bye
for
bye.
now.